I'm at this pretty little thing, she showed me how to take my time in it. Pussy real good, I only lasted about 5 minutes. Shot the club up last night, I pulled up, did a crime in it. Ain't talking about my blizzard, but I popped the whole 9 in it. On the perk, I'ma fuck you till you lazy. That shit so good, I'm asking, can we have a baby? I pull my truck up in the spot like we at Macy's. It's super wet, but I'ma suck it till it's shrimping like a rain. My just like a cheat code. Yeah, knocking on your door, but I'ma suck up on your peephole. Baby in the streets, baby in the sheet, she go beast mode. Tryna buy a spot that like a Nemo. Slow rolling, yeah. My baby taught me, filled with emotions, spread your legs open, and I'm slow rolling. Slow rolling, yeah.
Hello, this is Jonathan French Guitar, and today's tutorial is Slow Roll It by Fredo Bang. And before we get started, why don't you go ahead and do me a favor by subscribing and hitting that notification bell and liking this video so that I can show up more in your feeds. I really appreciate all the support and all your likes and subscribes. They go a long way for me, so I thank you for that. So slow roll it by Fredo Bang. The chords that you are going to need are D major 7, B minor 7, E minor 7, and A11. So first, how we make our D major 7 is we are going to take our first finger and we're going to put that on the 5th string on the 5th fret. Then we're going to take our third finger and we're going to put that on the 4th string on the 7th fret. Then we're going to take our second finger and put that on the 3rd string on the 6th fret. And then we're going to take our pinky and we're going to put that on the 2nd string on the 7th fret. So when we put our first finger on the 5th string on the 5th fret, we're really going to take that finger and we are going to bar. We're going to take our first finger, we're really going to bar from the 5th string to the 1st string. And so when we strum that chord, it's going to sound like this. Now, if that's too difficult for you, you can just put your first finger on the 5th string and not bar it like that. But you can have it like there, and then you're going to strum from the 5th string to the 2nd string. So you have this way, and then you have this way with it barred. So if you're playing it like any of the ways, it should sound like this or like that. Either way, if you're playing it correctly, those are the ways that it should sound. And now our next chord is going to be B minor 7. And the fingers that I'm going to use for that chord are, I'm going to take my first finger and I'm going to bar from the 6th string to the 1st string on the 7th fret. Then I'm going to take my third finger and I'm going to put that on the 5th string on the 9th fret. So that's first finger barring the 6th string to the 1st string on the 7th fret, and that's the third finger on the 5th string on the 9th fret. And I'm going to strum from the 6th string to the 1st string. And if you're playing it correctly, it should sound like that. That's B minor 7. Now the next chord is E minor 7. And how I'm going to play that is I'm going to take my first finger, I'm going to bar from the 5th string to the 1st string on the 7th fret. So that's first finger barring from the 5th string to the 1st string on the 7th fret. Then I'm going to take my 3rd finger, I'm going to put that on the 4th string on the 9th fret. And then my middle finger, the 2nd finger, is going to go to the 2nd string on the 8th fret. So that's 2nd finger, 2nd string, 8th fret. In this song, sometimes I'm only going to strum from the 5th string to the 2nd string. And sometimes you can strum from the 5th string to the 1st string. Either way, it's going to sound good in the song. So if it sounds like that, then you're playing it correctly. Our 4th chord that we have here today is our A11. For this song, the fingering I'm going to use for A11 is I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to put my thumb on the 6th string on the 5th fret. My 3rd finger is going to be on the 4th string on the 5th fret. My 2nd finger is going to be on the 3rd string on the 4th fret. My 1st finger is going to be on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. And my pinky is going to be on the 1st string on the 5th fret. So I'm going to do that again. Thumb is on the 6th string, 5th fret. And then your 3rd finger is going to be on the 4th string, 5th fret. 2nd finger, 3rd string, 4th fret. 1st finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then your pinky is on the 1st string on the 5th fret. You're going to strum from the 6th string to the 1st string. If you're strumming it, if you're playing it correctly and you have your fingers in the right place, then it should sound like that. If you're wondering about the 5th string, no finger is going to go on the 5th string, but the skin from your thumb and the skin from possibly your 3rd finger is going to naturally mute that 5th string, so you're only hearing those other chords. You're only going to be hearing those other chords. You're only going to be hearing those other strings in that chord, rather. So how we are going to strum the chords in the song, it's going to be a little like... So what I'm doing there is first on our first chord we have D major 7. So I make the shape the way that I showed you in the beginning. But what I'm doing here that's different is I don't have my pinky on the 2nd string on the 7th fret yet. I leave my pinky off, so when I do a down strum, I'm going to do a hammer on with my pinky. So I'm hammering on the 2nd string on the 7th fret with my pinky. So, and then quickly after I do that, I'm going to do an upstroke. So downstroke. Then I go right to the next chord. That's B minor 7. So downstroke, hammer on, and then upstroke. So we already went over the. So that takes us that gets us to our second part where we go. So that's our E minor 7. But the way we're going to play E minor 7 is we're going to first start off with our first finger barring the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings on the 7th fret. And once we play that, once we strum that, we're going to hammer on our 2nd finger and 3rd finger. So remember that your 3rd finger and your 2nd finger are going to be 3rd finger is on the 4th string on the 9th fret, and your 2nd finger is on the 2nd string on the 8th fret. So you remember that and you take those off. So far we have. Yes, and when you after you hammer on your downstroke, you're gonna quickly come back up on your upstroke. So just like we did with our D major 7, you're gonna do the same thing with your E minor 7. So. And then we're going to play our A11. So. And sometimes on this chord you can go. So that's just a downstroke and an upstroke. Just really fast with each other. And when I'm doing that, I'm not really doing a downstroke and an upstroke on all the chords. Although you can, I'm just really starting when I do that. I'm really just starting from that 4th string to that, from the 4th string to the 1st string. So, and I'm letting that 6th string ring out. And now we are going to play the chords in context.
Hey, that probably take her.
I'm at this pretty little thing, she showed me how to take my time in it. Pussy real good, I only lasted about 5 minutes. Shot the club up last night, I pulled up, did a crime in it. Ain't talking about my blizzard, but I popped the whole 9 in it. On the perk, I'ma fuck you till you lazy. That shit so good, I'm asking, can we have a baby? I'm pumping my truck up in the spot like we at Macy's. This super wet, but I'm gon' suck it till it's dripping like a rain. Watch just like a cheat code. Yeah, knocking on your door, but I'm gon' suck up on your peephole. Baby in the streets, but in the sheet, she go beast mode. Tryna find a spot that like a Nemo. Slow rolling, yeah. My baby taught me, struggling with emotions, spread your legs open, and I'm slow rolling. Slow rolling, yeah. My baby taught me, struggling with emotions, spread your legs open, and I'm slow rolling. Yeah, she told me eat it before I eat it, gotta let her know I need it. Pushing deep from the back, the only time that I'm mistreated. Tryna live between the creases, click the plate just like I'm bleeding. Even if you need a reason, all I'm tryna do is ripping off your morning. I'm on it, yeah, fuck you till the morning. We on it, ripping off your morning. I'm on it, yeah, fuck you till the morning. We on it. Yeah. My baby taught me, struggling with emotions, spread your legs
And that's our tutorial for the day. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, in fact, enjoy this tutorial, please do not hesitate to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you, and have a great day.